YTBC student. Now, that is the youngest, baddest uploader who has stepped foot and touched buttons on this thing and has made total sense. And I tell you something, I've seen a lot of them come and go. But YTBC student has now graduated into the midst of the masters.
What up, everybody who talks boxing, comments about boxing, makes boxing videos? I want to start off by saying I hope everybody had a good New Year's Eve, and I hope everybody has started the new year off on the right foot. You know, because if you started off on the wrong foot, I know that can set the tone for, I'm not going to say the whole year, but it can set the tone for a good portion of your year. So I really hope everybody is healthy. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody's loved ones are doing well, treating you well. I hope everybody is just doing very well for themselves. So, and that's everybody. Everybody under the sound of my voice. We watch the videos. Whether or not you agree with me, even if you have disrespected me, I wish you the best. So let's start this new year off with positivity and respect. So now that I've set the tone for 2017, I want to go ahead and get on with the topic of the video. So it's funny because I've been seeing a lot of videos being made about Amir Khan, and a lot of the stuff is about Amir Khan, mostly about what Amir Khan has done in the past. Not really anything new. And I mean, I can't blame people because there's just certain things that Amir Khan does that, even though now I don't really hate on him like I used to, because I'm not going to lie, I kind of, to an extent, I hated on Amir Khan because I'm not a fan of his. But over time, I have grown to respect him. And it has nothing to do with him fighting Triple G, because that was a fight Canelo. My bad. It's early in the morning. I'm tired. And anyways, it has nothing to do with him fighting Canelo, because that was a fight that shouldn't have happened. And so it has nothing to do with that. My respect for him just has to do with, one day just putting, setting aside my pride, just looking at Amir Khan's body of work for what it is. And I have a certain mutual respect for him at this time. I still don't agree with everything that he does, and that's fine. So, but I've been seeing a lot of videos where I guess you could kind of say that he's being picked on, but it's all valid at the same time. It's not, and these aren't channels that are just, explicitly hating on him all the time. Talking about channels that they actually have a good, fair, and balanced amount of boxing on all boxers. They don't just, we all seen those channels that they make a video a day hating on the same boxer. At least one video a day, you know what I'm saying? We know who those channels are, but I'm not talking about those channels. And, I've criticized Amir Khan in the past, and I told myself, I'm not going to do it just to have something to talk about. I think everything I have to say up to this point, I've said, or so I thought. Well, I was just, checking, the websites that I check, when I want to find out about boxing, what's going on. And I'll be honest, I'm not one of these channels that's just going to report on every little thing. I'm not one of these channels. I'm not like Travis Gotti. I'm not just going to go and take some kind of, something that I read and then try to put some kind of a controversial spin on it. That's not what my goal is. But so I saw a lot of stuff, and a lot of it is just like, yep, nope, not gonna talk about that, because a lot of it, I'll be honest, is just garbage. It's not stuff I'm interested in. I really don't care about the money. Like a lot of people were talking about Manny Pacquiao, that he wants $20 million. I don't care how much money he wants. My honest opinion, he's not going to get $20 million. It's probably some kind of a negotiation tactic. But I don't care about negotiations until a fight falls through. So I'm not going to talk about the $20 million. I'm not going to talk about a lot of this other stuff that I see people talking about. And not that there's anything wrong with it. But we all have our place in the YouTube boxing community. And that's not my place. That's not what I'm interested in talking about. But there was one story that I found interesting, that caught my eye, and it involves Amir Khan. And this is what I want Amir Khan to do. Alright, I really think Amir Khan, he's a smart guy, but I think sometimes he lacks common sense. And what Amir Khan needs to learn is that sometimes silence is golden. Now, I know he wants to keep himself relevant. I know he wants, that he doesn't want to lose the star power that he has. And that's understandable, but I think the way he goes about it is the wrong way. The story that I saw is that Amir Khan was assured, he's saying, let me rephrase this. Amir Khan is saying that Danny Garcia assured that he will fight him. And I'll have to be 100% honest with y'all. I don't believe that for one bit. Now, this is for two reasons. Two main reasons. Reason number one, Team Garcia has been very adamant that they are not going to fight Amir Khan. They have gone as far as to say that they will vacate that belt before they give Amir Khan his shot. And Amir Khan was beating, Danny Garcia in the first half of that fight, when their first, the fight that they've had so far. I was gonna say first fight, but to be honest, I don't believe there will be a second fight. So that's reason number one, is because they have been very adamant that they will not fight Amir Khan again. Reason number two is Amir Khan has a track record of just being very dishonest. And I'm putting that nicely. But he's just been very dishonest. Especially in recent years. Like, telling Kell Brook, get a belt and make some defenses and I'll give you the fight. And he still hasn't given him the fight. That's like 2 years overdue. And then all the lies that he told us about getting the Floyd fight. Now, I do think there was some validity to that. I do think that there was some truth to that at one point. But I also feel that Amir Khan kept on feeding us that after that boat had sailed. That dream was dead. And he was still trying to sell us that. And I get it. He's probably still trying to salvage that fight and, in hopes that Floyd Mayweather would give it to him. So, I mean, I can't fault him too much for that, but I have to take it into account when he says stuff like, Danny Garcia assured me he's going to give me my shot. What Amir Khan needs to learn is when it comes to getting a fight, keep your mouth shut until the fight is signed. Because truth is, even if the fight gets signed, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. Contracts get broken all the time for different reasons. Some valid, some not. But at least if y'all have signed on the dotted line, it's intended to happen. But this garbage about I've been assured that I'm going to get this fight is going to happen, and then it doesn't happen, is just not going to do his career any good. And it's happened a lot. If you're a fighter and you say a fight's going to happen and it happens almost all the time, that's pretty good, But if you have a tendency to say that you're going to have a fight, and then and then a bunch of these fights never materialize, then that's not going to be good for you. Your public relations is not going to be that great. Because, he did it with Manny Pacquiao. He did it with Floyd Mayweather. So, two of the biggest... That's the other thing. It's happened with two of the biggest names in the sport. Nobody would care if he said he was going to fight Frankie Gavin and then the fight never materialized. People wouldn't care. But he does this with the fights that people do care about, and then they don't materialize, and it looks bad on him. If it just happened one time, then you could say it just wasn't meant to be, or the other person was acting like a diva, or whatever. But when it's happening all the time, then you become the catalyst. So, I really didn't want to do this and talk about Amir Khan. But it's like I said, he gave me something new to talk about. Like, it's new, but it's old, because what he's doing is not anything new. But why would he tell us this? Like, I don't believe him. I don't believe him at all. I believe he is straight up lying through his teeth. That's why I said, saying that he's being dishonest is the nice way of putting it. Truth is, he's just lying. I can't assume he's telling the truth because, like I said, two main reasons. Team Garcia, very adamant about not fighting him. And Khan does this all the time. All the time. If he wants to stay relevant in the sport of boxing, I can't blame him, but he needs to find a different way. Because more and more we see in the community, and I'm seeing it from channels that are not always hating on him. You got the channels that hate on him, of course they're going to put everything he does under a magnifying glass, and they're going to scrutinize him to no end. But I'm seeing channels that are fair and balanced talking about his behavior. That's not a good thing. Anyways, shout out to Shady Slim. You know, I know that's your boy. I know he's your favorite fighter. But I've kept my mouth shut about Amir Khan for a while because I decided, you know what, I'm not going to hate on him. But if it's a legitimate criticism, I'm going to bring it up. And I think this is a very legitimate criticism. Amir Khan is not starting the year off on the right foot, in my opinion. If he wanted to start the year off on the right foot, he should have had a fight already signed. Something. I'm not saying it had to be a name. But he should have had a fight signed for the first quarter of 2017. That would have been the way to start the year off. And to be active. Not fight just at one time. You know? But anyways, tell my subscribers, anybody watching my videos, or if you just so happen to stumble on this video, let me know what y'all think about Amir Khan. Do you think I'm being a little bit too hard? Or do you think I'm spot on? Or maybe you think I'm not being hard enough. Whatever it is, please feel free to leave a comment. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace.
Y'all watching YouTube videos, man? Gee, thanks. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.
I am so authentic. I'm so authentic. They trying to figure me out, but this is not a gimmick. Hi, hip hop. Don't act like you don't know me. We got the same mama. Don't you try to disown me. I'm just a mixed breed. Call me a day walker. Cause I walk in the sun, but at night I'm a stalker. If you looking for blood, come run in my lane. The vein never runs dry. There's plenty of it, man. I speak an ancient language. They don't understand me. It's called the truth. I break it down. They try to reprimand me.